Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Fear Street review. Today, I'm talking about John and the Hole. On me, there's probably going to be a few spoilers, so if you want to hit pause, go watch the movie, then come back, you're more than welcome to. John and the Hole is actually released on Blu-ray and DVD today. It's already available on video on demand, so go check it out, come back, and we'll talk. So, in John and the Hole, a desperate game of survival unfolds after the 13-year-old John decides to hold his family in a captive in an underground bunker. Bummer, am I right? So my thoughts. Let's start with the positive. There are a lot of great things happening here. The visuals are really, really strong. It's beautiful cinematography. The scene design of the house versus the bunker, it all works great. It's gorgeous. It was just breathtaking in parts. The visuals that this film gives you. Also, the performances are all great. Specifically, our star, our protagonist, Charlie Shotwell. I hope I'm saying that name correctly. If I'm not, put it in the comments and I will fix it going forward. But yeah, Charlie Shotwell, who plays John, does so good. There's always, Shrey and I talk about a lot how difficult it could be being a younger actor and having all these complex emotions, really having the majority of the film on your back. He handles it perfectly. And the ensemble as well with the rest of the family, Michael C. Hall, fantastic, big fans, are great. Performances are a highlight, most definitely. Another highlight is the dialogue. I felt like I knew who each character was in this family, and I knew the dynamic of the family through the dialogue that we get. And it's before we really get to the part where the family's in the hole, there's not a ton of dialogue. So what they have makes sense because, families, sometimes we ain't got a lot to talk about. We just sit there and we eat dinner. Sometimes there's a lot to talk about, but not all the time. And so I think that the touch of dialogue that they use is really smart and effective. All right. Things that I felt could have been a little better. This is just my opinion, of course. I'm always open for dialogue and to hear other people's opinions. But one, for me, the pacing was a little slow. I wanted to get to the action a little more, a little quicker. I wanted to get to the meat a little quicker. And I wanted to spend more time with the meat because there's not a lot happening to hold my attention in the action of this film. I appreciate where the director sent us, where we're spending more time with John after he's, free essentially, and how like all of these kind of systems are really failing him, in the sense that why aren't these other adults in this world more concerned about this child who's essentially driving on his own, going to ATMs on his own, not going to school, I'm assuming, so where are all these other adults? So I get that, and I appreciate that. I wanted to spend more time with the family in the whole, to see their kind of dive into insanity. Like, what is that? How does that happen? How does this family cope with trying to survive in this hole they're kind of stuck in? I wanted to see more dynamics with that. And I wanted to get to the meat a little quicker. So yeah, those are the things. I think I got all my notes out. Those are the things that worked for me. Those are the things that didn't work for me. As a complete film, overall, this is a soft nay for me. As I said, there's a lot of stuff going correctly here. So I'm excited to see more from this director. I'm going to try to pronounce his name again. If I butcher it, just let me know and I'll fix it moving forward. But yes, I'm excited to see more from director Pascaul Sisto. But this particular film had a lot more working against it than for it, unfortunately. There is definitely potential though, because like I said, visuals beautiful, performances strong, dialogue great. I just think we needed to work a little bit more on the pacing to get us going a little quicker and give me more drama, give me more action, give me more stuff happening. But that's me. I'm curious to know what you all thought. Let me know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree. And especially, I want to talk to people who've watched this movie and I want to talk to them about the end. I will say this movie left me thinking, which is great, is a really good thing. So I want to talk to people who've seen this movie about the ending because I want to say it worked for me, but in some ways it didn't work for me, and I have some questions that I want to discuss with people. So let me know in the comments or DM us, email us at Nightmare on Fear Street. Love to hear from you. Huge special thank you to our friends at IFC Films for making this review possible and sending me my screener in the mail. I love it. Thank you all so much. It means the world. As always, make sure you stay fierce out there.